Welcome back to the Cookbook Club. Today we're making a lemon tart. So we pick a cookbook each month and we cook out of it every single week, one recipe a week. We are on recipe number 2 of the Silver Spoon, Italy's best-selling cookbook, right? Today we're making a lemon tart. I think it's going to be fabulous, right? Welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. So this recipe is on 1069, and what's interesting is we have to make the crust first. It doesn't say what size tart pan to use, it just says grease a tart pan. So I'm going to use the standard 9-inch because I don't have any directions to use another size. So it says you make the pie dust on page 1008. And there's 2 pie crust recipes. It doesn't say which one to use, right? Pie crust 2 says it's for extra light tarts versus pie crust 1, but pie crust 1 has lemon in it. So which one do you want to make, Boo? You want to make the crust with the lemon for a lemon tart? We can do that, right? Let me go grab the ingredients. Okay, so the crust for this tart is interesting. They call it pie crust, but it's really pasta frolla, right? F-R-O-L-L-A. It's pie dough that's made like a pasta, right? So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be totally different than what we're used to with pie dough. So keep an open mind, right? So we have some flour in here. We're going to sift some super fine sugar. Now we live in the middle of nowhere and we couldn't find that. So what I did was, Eric put it in the blender and made it into superfine.
Be careful not to make it into powder.
Yeah, you will powderize it, so just be careful. And a pinch of salt. And we're going to go ahead and sift this on through. Okay. And we are going to take this flour and mound it on our board. Okay, so we are doing this like pasta, right? We have it mounded up here, and we're going to swirl in here and make a little hole in the middle of here, like you do with pasta. So we have a well in the center of our dough. We're going to put some softened butter, which is a lot different than what we're used to, putting cold, chilled butter. But it specifically says softened butter. So we're doing as it says. We're going to add some lemon rind. And we're going to add some egg yolks in here. It says mix thoroughly. How do I do that?
You're going to get your fingers dirty.
Yeah, and this egg, I probably should have beaten the egg. Because it just says mix. How do you mix it? How do you get all that softened butter in there? If I would have put this in a bowl, well, it's not going to come together like this.
You want a little lemon juice?
Maybe a sprinkle of water. I'm going to put a little sprinkle of water. It doesn't say to put any, but I can't get this to come together totally. Okay, so I got this little thing and it has helped me get this together. That was interesting. Without a little dash of water, I would never have gotten it together. So we got our dough here. It's very soft. I hope it's enough for that tart pan. So I'm going to roll it up here into like a disc. And it's going into the fridge for about an hour. So we'll be back. Okay, so our dough has been sitting in the refrigerator and it's ready to go. So I have a tart pan here that I greased up. This was recently, we got it at USA Pan, right? And Eric greased it up for us. So let's see.
If it sticks, it's my fault.
Yes. I'll blame it on you. What is it? They call you the fall guy?
I'm the captain of this ship. I'll go down with it, right?
If this is too cold, too chilly, it's going to crack. If it's still too cold. So we're just going to roll it out. So it's kind of like bigger than the pie pan or the tart pan.
You don't roll it up on the roller?
Yeah. You gotta give me a second here. It's sticking. Kind of have it thinner on this side than I do on this side. Which is not good. Eesh. Oy. Okay. So we're going to go here. We're going to go across.
Just do the same thing I did before. Maybe reverse it. Reverse it. Okay, good.
Okay, so I sort of patchworked that because the dough was getting soft. So there we go. It won't matter because this is going to be filled with filling. So I have a mixing bowl here. We're going to put some more superfine sugar.
Ebu edition.
Yeah. Some eggs. And we're going to go ahead and beat this with this little handy. Woo!
Hold it level.
Woo! So we're going to put in some lemon zest and some lemon juice strained. Going to go ahead and beat that in. So we have some softened butter here. We're going to go ahead and put this in here. Yum. Mm-hmm. Right? We're going to mix this in. So it is kind of in chunks, which is kind of weird. Okay, so we're going to put this into here. And it did say softened butter and not melted. which is kind of weird because it does have a little bit of a weird texture to it. I'm assuming that's going to melt and not looked like curdled like. So this is going in the oven. And when it's done, we're going to have a lemon tart. So we pulled it out of the oven. It was puffed up and it's shrinking down, separating a little bit from the crust here. But make sure you put like a sheet pan underneath it because we didn't. And some of the butter was coming out, went into the bottom of the oven. So we switched ovens, put this on there to avoid a complete disaster. So it's looking good. It needs to cool all the way because we have to sprinkle it with some powdered sugar. And we'll be back to take a taste. Okay, so the tart is cooled. And all we're going to do to remove these sides is to do this, right? So we're going to lift this up. Go like that. Ooh. Ooh. And that gives us nice, sharp edges. Look at that. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of butter in this tart. It's kind of greasy. But I think that's what's going to make it good, right? So we're going to take a little powdered sugar here. I used my small thing on the lemon, so I'm using this big one. It smells really good. Are you ready, Boo?
Sure.
You want to take a taste of the lemon tart? So, it smells really good.
Lemon and butter, pretty much.
Yeah,
with a little egg.
This is how our tart looks. It looks amazing. So I think it kind of shrunk in the middle of it. Maybe if I had a little bit more filling, it wouldn't have done that. I don't know. It did puff up because I have a convection oven, but when it cools, then it sinks back down.
But a souffle does that.
Yeah, I mean, a souffle is going to do that. Ooh. Ooh. That looks nice. Nice. It smells lemony. I think we're in for a treat here, Boo. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Oh. That looks amazing. Here's a little forky for you.
Yeah, butter.
A little forky. Ooh. Kind of got this crust a little. I killed the crust when I cut that piece.
Oh, it's got lemon.
Yeah. So this is what the center looks like. It's kind of soft in there. Mm-hmm. This is fantastic. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Everything good about this.
The crust isn't hard.
Wow. Seriously, I think we have our second winner from this book.
Yeah.
I see why people like this book.
Yeah.
Even though there was a little vagueness in there, and that it didn't tell you the size of the tart pan, and it didn't tell you which crust to use, because there was like two, and one said for a light tart. This here is a winner. Let me touch the crust again. This is a 100% winner. If you have this book in your collection, pull it out. If you don't have a copy, get one, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason this is Italy's most popular book. This recipe alone, it's absolutely delicious.
The side crust is like eating butter cookies.
Yeah,
Eat a piece of it, but it's like butter cookies.
it is.
Oh.
Yeah. This recipe is an absolute winner. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Make this tart. You're going to love it. Thanks for joining me.